drinking water, liquids, holding a glass up and taking a sip. It's too much. It's an effort. You have to be dehydrating. You have to be thinking about it. They say drink 7-8 glasses a day. I can't remember that. I sometimes I don't even drink water. I could go a whole day no water. Never died from it, but yeah, make sure you keep drinking water. Doing a little banking lately. You get on the phone and it reset. Everything reset. Usually there's a fingerprint, Ryan. Have you seen this? You put your finger or something on it. You got to hold it lightly. I call it feathering the phone. And then, yeah, you like that? And then it goes to, you just open up your bank and you sit there and you take your money and you give it to corporations. And you get fucked basically. And, so I'm on the thing and it doesn't recognize my thumb all of a sudden. It says, oh, you must enter your password. Well, it's been 2 years of the thumb. I don't know what the hell the password was. I'm always trying to be clever so nobody can steal my information. So I couldn't remember it, but I have a few go-tos I won't mention on the show. I don't want to take over the show, and I don't want people taking over my bank account. But I was just thinking, okay, well, it must be this with this on the end. It must be this. And then it says, you got one more try. One more try. It's my money, right? I'm just trying to move it around so I'm not late on paying the big corporations. So, of course, I try another, thinking it's it. And then it says, you've been kicked out, and I had to phone the bank. And phoning a bank, it's not like it was it's not even like it was 4 years ago, okay? It's like a 6-hour thing, man. And you're talking to different people and what's your mother's maiden name and what street did you grow? What was your first dog's name? And it was just like, okay, this is stupid already, So it's a big ordeal. So try not to do any banking. Let's keep all our money under the mattress. Maybe you hide it. It's a good place to hide it in the wall paneling. You pull a little away by the window. You shove in some $100 bills. Who gives a shit? Can you use cash anymore? So another thing that would bother me. They'll take that away, and then I got nothing. Hey, been living cash is king. Shaking a hand. Some guy shake my hand. He says shake your hand. I would have shaken it if you didn't ask me to shake it. Now I don't know why I should be shaking it. And shaking a hand is kind of a customary thing, but
that's so like 2018.
It's so 1890, man. The hell with the handshakes. Just a little hey, yeah, good, great, see ya. I like to give the dead fish with the hand. With the guy I don't like, I just hold it out like I give him the Queen of England. I call it, and it's just wet.
The worst. It's so gross.
Whispering. A lot of whispering lately, a lot of secret meetings behind the Spivak's back. I hear it. Two things, high frequency, drive me crazy. The other thing, you're talking shit about me right by me. I know that. You're not going to whisper around me if you said something nice. You're not saying, he looks like he lost some weight. He looks really good. He looks like he lost 10 pounds. He's looking good. No,
Chris,
you're not saying
reminds
that.
me, I got to tell you something later.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then I don't want to take over this show. I know the show just started, and you got me. Yeah. This is it. This is the whole show. Do you like it so far?
Yeah, this is it.
Ditto. No, none of this. The Ditto it's a lazy man. It's a lazy way out. It's a lazy lay. It's a dead fish. Ditto is just, I say the same because I don't want to have to do anything or think about anything. So
I think Rybo could get away with a good Ditto. I couldn't get away with a Ditto.
Rybo's the only guy that can get away with a Ditto, I believe.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with what these guys said.
Ditto.
And the reason why Dave couldn't use Ditto is only one word. He could never just use one word. Ever.
Yeah, I don't want to take over the show, but I'm not like you, the family where you only use one word and walk around like on your, like an ape. I'm just kidding. You guys are great. I don't like rad if you're over 40 years old. Okay, don't say rad if you're over 40 unless you're Rybo, and that's all I have. I didn't want to take over the show. We have a nice intro here.
Here's our intro.
Yeah.
Intro
from
the great Rod Stickler. Let's see what he's got in store for us today.
Good song. Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
All right. Jeez. Oh, that was nice of him.
Oh, thanks, man.
Better friend than we are.
It's true.
Why am I always the chick? I look like Joyce DeWitt every time.
Joyce the chick.
That's Spewy?
Oh, no.
I had that haircut.
Spewy's always got...
Oh, I look hot. Yeah, I'm in a nice pink dress. And
Oh, poor Rybo.
Hey, Rybo looks hot.
I look good.
Molly Rybo.
Molly Reinwield.
Oh,
Oh,
long duck Speewee.
good call.
Oh, lawn's
They
involved.
forgot my birthday lawn.
Hilarious.
This is great.
That's Rybo's family car. Still.
Actually, good point.
There's 8 of them in their family.
Yeah.
Lawns on the
Fleet
lawn.
of Oldsmobiles.
Lawns on the lawn. High school grad, guys.
Here it is.
Man.
Oh my God. It's like Tim Matheson, Otter. Irvass.
Oh yeah.
Man, that was my hair back then.
David Michael Hall.
Oh,
Ribewald.
not much difference actually
No
from.
more Yankee, my wanky. The donga need food.
I suggest a great panini for you, sir.
Oh man, that's funny.
That's
The-
hilarious.
the
Good
longer
job,
need
Rod.
food.
Love it.
Excellent stuff by Rod Stickler. Welcome to Winnipeggers 96 high school graduation, written by me, because, quite frankly, my son Ash is having his graduation ceremony when this airs tonight. It's already happened tonight, and there's a whole graduation party and stuff. And I was like, first of all, and you'll experience this very soon, Rybo, sooner than you expect. How the fuck can my son be graduating from high school already?
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
It's
That's
ridiculous, man.
And
And
it seems like we just graduated like a couple years ago.
it really does. It really does seem like we just graduated a few years ago.
Even though I can't remember anything about it. We'll get to that later. But
We
yeah.
just did. We did it through correspondence. We're stupid.
I know, man. It's just, but a special time in a kid's life. And one good thing is that I feel that my son and my daughters too are having a great high school experience, just like we had a great high school experience. It's a little different now in the modern era. Nobody plays in bands, for one. Kids don't ride bikes. They get driven everywhere because everyone lives kind of scattered. There's no neighborhoods really. But other than that, I think the kids have had a good time. So the graduation is kind of the end of the beginning, and the new world awaits. So that's kind of where we were at back in the time frame. So that's what we're going to talk about, all the hopes and dreams that were crushed.
Months after.
But I want to just say though that it's been a quite a cool week here on tour with Fozzy. It was the last few shows of the Save the World tour, but I got a chance to see a whole gaggle of the family of Winnipeggers family. First of all, in Denver, we ran into Jake Chavez.
Oh,
He
wow.
came to our member of the family. He
Yeah.
used to do some
Oh, yeah.
video work for us in the past, and he came to our VIP because he's wearing the Dave Spivak hat and the Winnipeggers shirt. And I never bring anybody back from VIP, but he came back so we could take a picture with him, which was
He's
cool.
wearing some Rybo jeans too. Those are available on Redbubble if you want to get those jeans.
What are they, Wranglers?
I bought them at Value Village and I just sell them to people I upsell them.
Upsell them. And then today we're in St. Louis, and Lisa Michalik was here, and Laura Loves was here. And they
Wow, nice.
gave me a bunch of letters and stuff. So we actually have fan mail here,
Like old school.
old school fan mail. Yeah. So
Wow.
I'm just going to read a couple lines if you guys don't mind. And I haven't read them yet, but Annetta Edgel, I just want to say thank you for being a light in my life when I was in darkness. I lost my uncle suddenly, and watching Winnipeggers episodes on your YouTube channel have helped me so much. You guys are wonderful male figures in my life. And thank you for basically for making me laugh, or I would have completely fallen apart. So that's from Annetta.
Wow.
Thank you. Annette.
My male figure has saved lots of women. I'll say that right now.
Dude, come on, man.
Come on, I don't know.
This one
I just
is
heard male figure, and what do you
kind
want?
of,
What am I
this
supposed
is
to do with
some cool
that?
stuff, though, man. This is even she wrote on it, says Winnipegger fan mail, just to make sure it's official.
Wow.
Rybo, Speedway, and Irvass. Comedy died at some point, and you guys have somehow managed to carve out your own niche and bring it back to life. Wow.
Wow.
That's a big one. The dynamic between the three of you is key. All of you are so different, yet idiotically the same.
That sums it up pretty good.
That does. You're all quick, witty with your own ways of delivering the funny. Hearing you guys laugh is infectious, but I worry Spewy might catch something. So maybe that's a bad word to use. I don't know what that means. So anyways, don't forget who loved you first when the corporation buys you and you dump us all.
Yeah, that's a nice letter. It's a little
awesome.
dark. What do you mean catches something? What the fuck
I
does
think
that
she meant
mean?
infectious. She's making a joke.
Yeah, I get a disease or something because you manifested that. You put that out there. Thanks, Laura Love or whoever that was.
Laura loves. Here's another thing that she said. Originally, I had this idea for a summer Idiot Olympics, but with the 100th anniversary extravaganza just weeks away, maybe this is a good time. I want a wet T-shirt contest, she says. From us?
That's not bad.
Some stellar dance moves, pouring water out of the GG bottle could be a thing. You'll spin it perfectly. Plus, you all owe us a decent brain freeze. Well, I mean, hey, we've done everything else. Episode 105, wet T-shirt contest. That you mentioned the 100th anniversary celebration because we have an update here. As we still wait.
Yeah.
The announcement from the corporation from Vice TV. We're going to announce something today since it is getting close. It's May 19th. And honestly, in less than a month from now is the Winnipeggers 100th anniversary show.
Amazing.
Amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. So we are doing something special for you guys. And this has now been signed, sealed, and delivered. We have met with another corporation. And we're getting all the details sussed out and figured out. We talked to Mistakesky and to Barry Boobs the other day. Moment House is going to be basically putting on, in conjunction with Moment House, the Winnipeggers 100th anniversary pay-per-view. We're doing a pay-per-view for our 100th anniversary. So hopefully you guys are excited about this. We're going to have different levels. You can just watch the show. You can do a meet and greet with us. You can get original exclusive artwork from us from what we're going to do on the show. We're still keep getting all the details together, but tickets are going to go on sale the week of May 23rd, which is just next week.
Next week, yeah.
You'll get all the information. So we're just letting you guys know this is kind of the soft launch, as they say.
Soft on.
It's a soft on. It's going to be a super exciting, amazing first ever Winnipeggers pay-per-view. How do you feel about this, Rybo?
I am super excited about this soft launch. The soft on. My male figure is ready to give a soft on to everybody that wants to watch for a small price.
Dave, and speaking of small, Dave, what do you think?
I like the idea of everybody coming and paying to hear us talk gibberish, and to Ryan's show off his figure a little bit, which is a promise and a guarantee. I like the live shows. I mean, honestly, it's been a long time since we've done one. It really has. So we're gonna do like a whole mix of just our live stuff that you've seen and maybe something fresh, and we're gonna have a great time with you, and come and do the meet and greet. You can hang out with us. Maybe we'll roast you. We'll talk to you. We'll look at you.
That seems like a lot of fun.
Cool.
That seems like a lot of fun.
Just stare. The staring contest will be just us staring at you. You could get stared at for a lot of money.
It has been 3 months. Well, it won't be a lot of money. It has been 3 months since we did a live show. And I think because we've been talking about this for a while, what can we do that's special for the 100th episode? So we thought, well, we're just going to charge you. That's special. We're going to give you an extra special, great show, a meet and greet. You can ask questions. It's going to be great. We're going to get all, we're still, like I said, formulating all the details. So stay tuned. You'll get all the info on Rybo's social media. And if that hasn't happened yet, you'll get it on mine and Dave's. So stay tuned for the Winnipeggers 100th anniversary. I think we're calling it the Shit Mix Shelebration. So get ready. It's going to be an amazing time. So we are hoping to really build up the whole show. Sponsors knocking at our door left and right. You can't even believe it. This week's sponsor, Rybo, tracked him down. Explain a little bit about what clodhoppers are. They're the #1 candy in all of Canada that originated in Winnipeg, right?
They did, yeah, and invented by Chris Emery and Larry Finson. Chris Emery was the original drummer of Meat Rack, actually. So he
Really?
played the shows with them and stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Really?
You'll see that. Oh, no one's gonna get it in the video, but you'll see it. There's a little bit of a nod there. But yeah, they had at one point they had a factory and they were producing 2,500 pounds of clodhoppers every hour.
Oh my god,
that's how big it was. It was huge. So it was kind of like Chris Emery's grandmother's old recipe of whatever, caramel.
It's chocolate,
lots of sugar. Lots of sugar, tons of sugar. And are they still around? It used to be something you'd get at Christmas all the time.
They sold the company, and then they sold it to Hershey's or someone like that.
Corporation.
It was,
and then they started their own called OMG. So they have, if you eat any OMG, which stands for oh my god. See, I know some of the the LOLs and that kind of stuff.
Lots of love. LOL.
Yeah, lots of love. So they still have those OMG. So they kind of came out again. And if you ever eat that, that's those same guys.
I think that clodhoppers are kind of like a moment in time, kind of like in the States. There was Krispy Kreme donuts. Right. Which everybody was super obsessed in the early 2000s. Like you would go there and wait till it said like donuts, fresh donuts, and everyone would just flock there and buy like a whole damn box of like 24 warm Krispy Kremes and eat like 12 of them. That's what clodhoppers are kind of like. People just finally went like, "What are you fucking doing? Stop eating all this shit."
It's sold out at the right time, man. In Calgary, we had Krispy Kremes here for maybe 2 years, right near the tail end of it. And it was just done, but it was
so it's done now that it's not around anymore.
There's one in Tampa that I know of. Whereas before, it was like Timmy Hortons in Canada. There was one in every city block.
Dispensary, Rybo. It was like the dispensaries.
Nothing's
so,
like
anyway, so we have now procured an amazing sponsor. 2,500 pounds of clodhoppers every hour, and now they're pumping some of that clodhopper cash into us here at the Winnipeggers. Thank you so much for this week's sponsor, Clodhoppers.
That's great. This took you all day?
Dude, did you play the music on that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, of course. I actually learned the original music for the.
So Rybo found this really crappy ad from probably 20 years ago, and we were going to actually play that, but then he actually got the sponsorship. She had to create a new commercial, but based on the original, right?
That's right. And actually, mine is way higher quality, best quality compared to what they did. So lots of sound effects. There was nothing on it. It's one of those commercials where there's no talking or anything. It's just music, and you could tell. I'm sure it was Chris Emery and one of those guys that had this like guitar riff, and they used that riff that I stole. That took me about 5 or 10 seconds to figure out, and then had to throw in a meat rack riff in there, and then there it is, and then a bunch of sound effects and boing, 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 and some crunching.
Great job done by Rybo as always. And thanks to Clodhoppers, the flash in the pan of Canadian candy.
That's right. All the commercials from now on are going to be almost exactly like that, just so you know.
Even better. Well, this is one of the first ones where we got rid of that old music. So
that's right.
It's a new image for us here. So we're talking about high school graduation. And, wanted to ask somebody who meant a lot to us in high school, of course, was Van Halen. And Michael Anthony is here. Tell us about his high school graduation on the Winnipeggers.
Yo, Winnipeggers. Mike Anthony here. Beautiful evening out here at the beach in Southern California. I don't know if you can see it behind me. Well, the sun just went down. It's sunset right now. I'm barbecuing. Got a little chicken on the barbecue. Got a cocktail going. And what I want to know is, why do you want to know about my high school graduation? Come on. I was not the cool guy that I am now back then in high school. Well, you know what? Actually, I was. But wait. Let me have a sip. I'll tell you all about it. Okay. I did get drunk. I did make out because I was dating the girl who would become my wife, Sue. And that's basically all you need to know.
Jeez.
Anyway, what? Speewee, Rybo, and Irvass. I hope I got it right. I'm reading it off. I'm reading it off the cameo right here. Anyway,
He's had more than one cocktail.
hey,
Oh yeah.
summer's coming. Memorial Weekend's here, pretty much, and I'm barbecuing. The chicken is the chicken's gonna burn, so I gotta go. Anyway, you guys take care up there and win it. Oh, see, the lights flashing down here.
He wasn't lying.
See that? The chicken's got to come off. Anyway, you Winnipeggers, take care. Have a great summer, and see you out there on tour. Come on out and see us. Okay. Woo!
All right.
Holy.
Now, yeah, when he said Memorial Day weekend, now you have to expect the bass player of Van Halen to be fucking. This is what I wish my life is. I just drink cocktails, cook chicken, and do cameos where I'm not even sure what's going on.
Yeah. Well, you might be able to go just do it. Why not? That's what I would do. Yeah.
You gotta get a little mad. It's like, come on, guys. Like, that's all you need to know. I think, come on.
Yeah. I was close to putting him on the band list there, but
Very
then
close.
he's the bass player from Van Halen. It's
Well, no, plus we realize that he's kind of drunk.
yeah, and then we really can relate and sympathize, right?
Yeah.
So
He's almost like a Winnipegger, actually. Just
Kind of.
the way
Yeah.
he was acting, except it's a bit nicer weather there. That's about it.
Just imagine how many fucking
same
parties,
sky, man.
how many parties that guy has
Oh.
stories about from being in Van Halen. I mean, give me a break, you know? But anyways, that cameo to me was a little bit of a downer.
Yeah.
So I went to another famous rock and roll bass player who's
The new bass player for Van Halen,
who's great.
Jason Newsted.
Who's great. Oh boy, did he ever get in trouble for that, man? Oh, you have no idea. That's a whole other podcast.
Oh, geez, I
Oh,
don't
that
even know.
episode.
But
Yeah, episode 105. Alex Van Halen wants to kill Jason Newsted for spilling the beans. Dude, that was-
oh, jeez.
but we got another famous bass player to tell us about his high school graduation, which is a little bit more exciting. I'm talking about PJ Farley from Fozzy.
What's up, Winnipeggers? PJ Farley here. Got a cool little graduation prom story for you. So I didn't actually attend class for my senior year because I was recording a record with my band Trixter at the time. So I had to take a correspondence course in English, and they counted recording and practicing and playing as a gym credit. So what that did was enabled me to be able to graduate on stage with the class at the end of the year, even though I didn't go to school. So I did that. I was able to get my diploma on stage with the class, even though I didn't go in at all. And so that was pretty cool. I really wanted to do that, and they made it possible. And then my prom was a couple days later, and I had like 16 magazine and Cream or a couple of magazines actually following me with cameras to kind of take pictures at the prom and kind of do a little article on it. And I never got them a table, so they had no place to sit, so they were kind of pissed off. Took a couple pictures and they bailed. And then the next day, right after the prom, I filmed a video for the song Give It To Me Good, Trixter's gigantic hit, the one you know and love, the trend-setting, flannel-bearing, motorcycle jumping, diner eating Trixter song that put us on the map. So anyway, yeah, pretty cool. That's a pretty cool graduation story, huh? Huh?
It is. Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Yeah, you bet. You bet it is. All right, enjoy that one.
There you go. Now that's something cool.
If only Brian Donnelly had the same.
Well, we
thing.
were in rock bands when we were in high school, wishing that we would be on tour. This fucking guy was on tour. He had a gold
That's pretty
record.
cool.
I always laugh. I said, "Dude, you were washed up when you were 22." He says, "21." So yeah, he was recording records and had, just to clarify, Teen Beat magazine came to his prom because it was PJ Farley from Trixter, who hadn't even graduated from high school yet,
Right.
and had did this big music song, "Give It to Me Good." So it's not a bad high school graduation, and a little bit more friendlier than Michael Anthony too. He wasn't even drunk.
Yeah, it was nice. It was good to see him. Good guy.
Good guy. But
enough with the Trixter. Okay.
Enough with the toque all the time. It doesn't matter. No matter how hot it is, you're always wearing a toque. Why is he always wearing a toque?
So we're talking about the high school grads here. Let's talk, like, we all graduated in different years. So I graduated in 88. Dave was 89.
90.
90.
And Rybo was 91.
91, yeah.
Okay. But we all hung out in high school, though, which is that I was the first to go. And I remember for our high school graduation, there was a big controversy before that, because in 1987, we won an air band when we were in grade 11, a lip syncing contest, where we won $1,500 for the high school grad class of 1987. And the caveat was that we were supposed to be allowed into the grad, and they weren't having it. And there was a huge we wrote a song called "Let Us Into Grad," and when it finally came down to it, I remember Laura Van Horn somehow got me in, and maybe Warren, but Kev, Rybo's brother, did not get in. And I remember he was outside in the glass like Waldo in the Van Halen video. And he never got in. So I remember me and Warren felt bad for about 30 seconds, and then said, fuck it, went and rocked the 1987 high school.
That's hilarious. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that was it. Only two can get in. So it was like,
wow.
Me and Warren. So there you go. So more to come, but I don't want to take over the show or anything. Rybo, tell us about your grad.
Let us into grad. I guess Kev will be had. Yeah, for ours, like, I had a hard time remembering a lot about ours. We had like, we went to the Fort Garry for dinner. It was like a black and white thing. Look at that. Look how happy I am.
Literally.
I love how all these. Go ahead, yeah.
Just go ahead, Dave.
Oh, the black and whites are going to kill me because all his photos are going to come from that old stupid yearbook, and it makes him look like he grew up in the fucking 30s or something. See, there was me with the short hair, see?
This is me graduation, see? Yeah, look at that. Short hair, no beard. That was like a very short time that I went as that, and it happened to be grad. I don't know why that happened. But so, like, I don't remember a lot about grad, probably because I was a little.
We're all started drinking in kindergarten.
Well, that's a good point. Kathy Matchett's free party. We went out,
don't drink.
Casino kind of thing. There was gambling. I'm not a gambler, but I do know that we had our safe grad was at the Keith Bodley Arena, which was Colin Bodley's father. They renamed the KW Arena, right. Keith Bodley, and Colin Bodley was kind of like the Bill Clinton of like. Because he played sax and he had the same kind of hair and he left stains on girls' dresses and stuff like that.
Oh, Jesus.
That's basically what he was, But anyway, his dad had this sort of club that we went to. And
stupid.
It was kind of cool because it was like at the rink, the KW rink, the Keith Bodley rink.
Episode 105, sued for slander.
I know he won't stop. The dad had died. There was a community center named after him.
They come after us. Monica Lewinsky's going to get it. You're going to get a phone call from her saying, hey, that's a defamation.
It's better than slander. It's better than lies.
I'm pretty sure they played that at my grad.
Oh, absolutely. They played that for 10 years.
But it was kind of cool. We had the band was Al and the Caholics, which was good. Al Campbell.
That's not real, is it?
Yes, Al Campbell. With Charmaine Squark on bass and Stacey Jennings, who you saved from a burning fire.
Saved your life.
You saved your life, burning car. She was the singer, Alan the Colics, and
Good
they played
deal.
at an arena show. It was like an arena show, but it was a rink show. I guess it's not really arena, but it's a rink.
Arena show with Alan the Alcoholics and Squark and Stacey Jennings.
That's right.
Packed 15,000.
Well, as much of it, however much they could pack at the Keith Bodley Arena, which is
You get a good 250 in there.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's what I remember about that. I mean, I'll go on. We can go around a little bit.
You guys remember the grad cruise that they would have every year? The grad cruise,
The riverboat cruise.
riverboat grad cruise. Because the thing is, I went on the one before in '87. I went on ours, and then I won the next year with Judy Duncan. So I got to go to 3. I was like the old guy smoking cigarettes outside.
Yeah. Old grandpa. You were like a hybrid student. You were bouncing from with different grads. It was something else.
Yeah, just from grad to grad.
Yeah.
I was a grad
That
slut.
riverboat cruise,
So good.
we pre-drank at Georgie's before it, and it was it was a Wednesday night. It was 10-cent draft night at Georgie's. And they would spin the wheel. Okay, so the most it would be like 45 cents, but usually it would hit the 10-cent. And me and the Huntleys, we lined up and we just started drinking like ridiculous amounts of this terrible, shitty beer. And I just remember walking outside with them. I said, "You got to smoke," and one of them handed me one, and then I just projectiled a 20-foot roost of vomit. It was so bad, and then I still went on the riverboat cruise, but the whole time I was just looking for a corridor to sleep.
I remember our official grad party. Same thing. Because don't forget, guys, you can drink when you're 18 in Canada. Thank God. It should be like that everywhere, and it is actually like that everywhere except for in the United States and Guam. I think are the only two that are 21.
Cuba, maybe.
Cuba, I don't think. I think Cuba's like 12 or something. But so we went to the high school grad, and most of the guys could actually drink. You could buy alcohol, or whatever, and it was one of those ones where it was like some kind of like a Hawaiian thing, and you hang out and drink. I think you're supposed to get locked down or something. And drinking and driving wasn't really a thing in the 80s for whatever reason. Stevie Wonder sang the song "Don't Drive Drunk," and we listened apparently. So I remember we just left and we just walked
all the time, man.
Not to mention, like even Stevie Wonder could just drive himself home. It didn't even matter. So you
didn't even care.
You don't even have to see. It doesn't even matter.
And we just trashed everything on the way home. And I remember like there was like a morning buffet at like 2 or 3 in the morning, or maybe it was an all night thing, and we got let out at 6, where you're eating eggs and sausages, and your hand just smells of like puerco and everything. It's super nuts, man. But I remember just walking home, me and Ogie, and getting home at like 6 a.m. and walking in, and the birds were chirping. I remember my mom was like, "You're a mess," and I was like, "Mom, it's my graduation bed." And this is the Irvass. There it is. Look at that. Look at that guy right there.
There he is.
Oh my God.
Some good roots going there. Good
Nice
conditioner
mullet.
there.
Good
Total
mullet
mullet.
right there. But yeah, so a good time was had at my high school grad. And Dave, you got anything on yours? I do have a picture.
No, I didn't do anything. I stayed in. Yeah, there we go. That's me with my Oakleys, man. Those were good. Judy Duncan next to me. That was your date, not mine.
You guys had the same date. I
have a story. I have a couple stories. I don't want to take over the show, but if you look at this is Ogie, who he just mentioned, and this is me and Ogie at 7:30 in the morning after grad.
Yes.
We had an Australian theme. It's not you. Okay, you didn't spend all night with him. That was me. That's my story.
No,
unless you did it in a different year, but
No,
it was him and I till like 10 a.m. And there was no you.
Some girl took him as the date, and it was the same thing because I have a picture almost like that.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Striper Soldiers Under Command shirt, which is what you should be wearing to your high school grad. No wonder I didn't have a fucking date.
Well, you know what, dude?
No
You want to
kidding.
talk about dates? Here's me. I'm in the corner there. I mean, it's going to be tough to show you this on the camera, so just bear with me. I'm going to go like this, and that's me on the end right there.
Pull it back a bit.
I'm trying. This is not.
You-
It's a
Dave
blurry
Lynn.
picture anyway. Dave Lynn, Kevin
my
Ahoff,
brother.
and the girl next to me is this girl Belinda Carlisle.
Shut up.
Yes.
Wasn't
Carter.
it
Belinda
Carter.
Carter from high school. She
If you went to grad with Belinda Carlisle, you wouldn't be talking to us.
circle in the sand, baby. I wish. This Belinda Carter, she She was a girl, and she was my girlfriend. I mean, I asked her if she wanted to go out. We went out, and she broke up with me about maybe 3 weeks before grad. So I didn't like that, and
You didn't make out at grad like Michael.
Dude, there was a virgin in that photo. It was me, okay? I wasn't making out with anybody. Maybe that's why I was frigid, very frigid, and I didn't like to put out. I was beautiful. I had the choice. I had the choice to be frigid. 28-inch waist, 180 pounds. Beautiful, man.
Great hair.
Beautiful tan. My mother's legs. I should have insured those legs.
Max Headroom eyeglasses.
Yeah, those are Oakleys.
What girl would not want to have a piece of that purple?
Yeah, nobody. Apparently,
what are you, Data from Star Trek? What is that?
No, that was the look back then. That was a hot look, but nobody wanted anything to do with that. It's weird hair. God, really puffed up, and so she had the same matching dress, that color. So I had the bow tie in the fuchsia, the cummerbund, and she had the dress, but she's there with another guy that she had left the Spivak for. So this was this kind of like, it was the beginning of the end for me back then, actually, when I think of it. There was positivity. I graduated, and then
early, so things went downhill from high school.
It's been all downhill, man. I mean, this show's saved my life, and of course the whole thing that we have going on, the success that can really happen, that's changed everything for me.
With the pay-per-view
corporation, everything, the real corporation too.
Wow, yeah.
Don't even worry about the real corporation. The pay-per-view, man. That's where it's at. It's the pay-per-view.
You want to, yeah. I know it's happening. But the pay-per-view is going to be really exciting, and there's a lot of good things. But yeah, high school was like a lot of puking. We had the Australian theme after grad. And we had they tried to make Australian games or something. It was so stupid. Well, the Australians are just like Canadians, exactly. They just sound like they have marbles in their mouth. There's no difference between us and them. Besides that,
so that was the thing. It was a good party atmosphere in Canada, as it probably will be for the kids this year. For my son Ash, in high school grad. That's the beginning of the end in life, right?
I guess. I mean, I remember reflecting on it at the time. I was living in the moment. I was up on my parents' garage, and I was wearing just shorts, and I poured baby oil all over. I wanted to get really nice and tan for the big celebration, and I was like, "This is your moment. This is your moment, man. Don't use sunblock." And
sun ain't in your hair.
Yeah, I had just broken up with the Bondsville curling team that I was a big part of. I said to the guys, I said, listen, you're great friends. I'll always remember you. But I was like John Travolta in Grease. I just couldn't hang out with them anymore, you know? It's just too much.
My dad was going to buy us a high school graduation present this is how cool my dad is. He was going to book us a studio so that Scimitar could record 2 songs. And I couldn't believe it. Warren was excited. I was excited. Guess who wouldn't do it?
Relation to
not me.
Yeah,
not me.
Kev wouldn't do it. He said, "Oh, we don't have any songs." I'm like, yeah, dude, we just did Peace Sells and City Nights. It's not ready to be recorded. My dad's gonna pay for it. We could have had and back then, I want a great idea for a grad present. Instead, everyone got cars. And I got a weight bench, which was fine. I mean, it obviously helped my current careers, but I would rather have had a fucking CD mastered mixed recording of City Nights.
No kidding. That's a super cool thing. And Kev screws it up and kills the dreams.
Shit, man.
That's a great photo of you, Ogie.
Look, there's Ogie. I told you. And there I am with my striper shirt on. I was right. Yeah. I was right. And
last time you hung out with Les, you were at the Downs betting on horses underage.
And then, of course, VH. See, I told you, Rybo. I told you I was wearing a striper shirt. What good memory there.
It's weird. It seems like you both took Judy Duncan to grad. I don't understand what happened there.
Or Ogie, one of the two.
Yeah, we basically went with Ogie.
One of you took Judy Duncan, and the other one took Ogie, and I'm not sure which is which.
Okay, last thing before we wrap up. Who was your prom date? Mine was Lorraine Foster. And I was kind of nervous to ask her, but she said she would go with me. She did. She looked great. And after that, wouldn't even give me the time of day.
Mine was my girlfriend at the time, Donna McLeod. Nice. Very cute little girl. And I remember at the end of the night too, you're talking about like food. I remember they had they served all this food at like at 6 in the morning. Went till 6 in the morning, and they had a garbage can full of bacon. It was a garbage can. It wasn't. It was just like, okay, just pick out.
Ogie and I were eating that at like noon the next day.
You and Ogie, your date.
It smelled like greasy breakfast the next day. That's what I remember, walking home and smelling of like shitty powdered eggs or whatever.
Yeah.
Dave, who was your date for the prom?
It was this girl again, Belinda Carter, but she absolutely broke. I wasn't in love with her. I didn't even care about her that much. But the fact that I got dumped, I was so competitive, it killed me. And then I had to go there with her. I remember lighting up a cigar. We all had cigars, big shots. You're all we're high school grad.
Yeah.
Well, who doesn't graduate from high school? I mean, some people, but So I'm smoking the cigar. And I just kept kind of, trying to blow it over towards her table that she was sitting at with her new boyfriend. She didn't even sit with me. The only thing we had in common was matching tux and gowns because we had to pick them out with some stupid shit that you did before.
So she was going out with some other guy that was at your grad that was...
Yeah, Scott Gruen.
Now.
Oh.
Yeah, Scott Gruen. He talked some talk to her, and then she said,
his brother Rob Gruen?
Yeah, Rob Snoopy. Snoopy Gruen.
Nerds. You lost to those nerds?
Dude, I wasn't at no game at the time. I had the puffy hair. I was tanning all the time. I was so into myself.
Sorry to hear that, Dave.
Look at this shit. Gruen can't compete with that. Look at this.
No way.
You look like freaking Simon Le Bon.
Thank you. Well, I never liked that comparison. But I mean... You know what else I love is Mr. Kovac, who was the art teacher, Kovac, and Ian Henderson sharing a cigarette. Look at this this is 1990. A student and a teacher.
All right.
Sharing a cigarette.
Lighting his smoke. Now, and Mr. Kovac was the best. We talked about him in favorite teacher. When you asked him what your grade was going to be, what would he say?
No, whatever you want. What do you think? What do you think you deserve? What do you think?
And that is not an exaggeration.
Yeah.
That is literally what he would say.
Really,
that's pretty great. I wish all life was like that. I wish I'd go to work and say, so what should we pay you for this check? Well, let me tell you.
No kidding. I never had him as a teacher. I was in band.
But you had him in other ways?
No, it was band or art, and I never had Kovac or whatever his name is. But I got him to ask me what I thought I should deserve because everyone else was getting that. I always wanted to be part of something, and I had been hanging out with the Curlers. I was in jazz band. Colin Bodley taught me all his bag of tricks. Do Entertainment Tonight theme song. Nice. I would pretend I was Hillary. I would just smile and look at him with a little girl's bob.
Hey, we didn't talk about graduation. We had all the academic awards, but there was also the fake Goofy awards.
Oh yeah.
And I won the Sleepy Award, which is always late for class. And they gave me as a gift a package of wake up pills.
Oh, that's hilarious!
I got as a 17. I still have them somewhere. And
Ogie and I were taking wake up pills. Grad number 2. We were up till 4 in the afternoon. Man, he was all mine.
I guess Chris had Judy.
Well, no, I didn't. The only award that I can remember getting was for our high school reunion, which that would be another topic. I should save it. But I won best ass at the high school reunion.
Does that mean you're like an ass and you're like the best of all the asses?
Like best glutes and rear end.
Hey, save it for the wet ass contest. All right. Wear white pants for that episode.
Good times, guys.
For the wet gotch contest, the rat contest. Thank you guys so much. Thanks to Great Rod Stickler for an amazing intro. Thanks to Michael Anthony, even though he got a little bit snotty with us. Thanks to DJ Farley, who had a great story. Thanks to Ogie.
Plot
Hoppers, yes. And congratulations to Ash Irvine, class of 2022. And congratulations to us, guys. Listen, the world is our oyster now. Big pay-per-view coming up. We didn't even say we're having it. June 13th is when the pay-per-view is. June 13th, which is a Monday. So keep that in your calendars. Get your money ready and spend it on us because this is going to be better than Christmas. Right, Dave?
It's going to be gruesome, guys. It's going to be really something.